Hi there, it's Shoshana, and I'm about to start a project to take a costume that somebody else made and make it fit me. So this costume I bought on buzz.com, from a dancer who bought it from the dancer who made it, and that dancer didn't want to finish it, and neither did the second dancer, and I'm going to give it a shot. So let's take a look at where the project is. Here is the costume in question. It's really a beautiful design. It's navy blue velvet. It's Bella inspired. Apparently the first dancer had a Bella costume that she absolutely loved but sold eventually, and she really wanted to make one similar to it. And you can see she did really gorgeous beadwork. It's a wonderful design. Blues and silvers on velvet. But this person is definitely smaller than me, so I'm going to have to make some major changes, which isn't that hard because the costume was actually never finished, so it's actually a lot easier to change a half-done costume than it is to take one completely apart that was already finished. I mean, it's not that much more difficult. You just take the lining off. So, as you can see here, this particular costume that this person put together, she used wire along the edges to give the edges stiffness. But the center is all very soft interfacing. It's like a layer of interfacing and a layer of this stretch velvet with just the wire along the edges. I tend to go for more stiff interfacing. This interfacing here is something you would use in the inside of a shirt collar just to give it a slight level of stiffness. It's almost like a piece of tissue paper, whereas this is the interfacing that I tend to use. Like it's really, really hard, and sometimes I'll use thicker interfacing even than that. So it's possible that I may just cut out these shapes in the thicker interfacing and then basically line these panels with thicker interfacing, or I might decide that, they're just a little too small on the sides and I want to start from scratch, or maybe I'm going to make additions on just the sides, like add little squares onto the sides of the front panel. But here's an example of a belt that I made that is pretty thick. There was no way that you could really crumple the center panel of a belt like this. It's kind of, well, the beads are kind of armor, but these are, I think, sugar petals cups. They have a rectangular panel here, and they've got something that's shaped like a football here, and then they sew them along a seam here. So this is what I tend to call the dreaded Kermit the Frog boobs, because it's got like that angle like Kermit the Frog's mouth, but not in this small of a cup size. I think this cup size is probably about a B cup, and I'm about a D, so you can see that I probably won't be able to use the cups. I'm probably going to have to make new cups, or if I really love these cups, I could just add a thing of more fabric or something along here to add to the surface coverage of the cups. So that is where we are so far. So we got a back of the belt, a front of the belt, a bra. These are upper arm cuffs with elastic in the top. It's very thick right here. And this person is definitely a lot smaller than me. So these kind of acted like tourniquets and cut off the circulation to my arms. But on a much smaller person, that elastic would be necessary possibly to keep these from falling off. So I'm probably going to take the elastic out. I'm going to cut a seam along the back and maybe add some more fabric to make them the right size for me and just add to these. Because once I remove the elastic, they'll be just fine. And then these are hand thingies. They go on your middle finger and then snap behind your wrist. They don't have any closures on them yet, but that's easy enough to do. And this one doesn't have a finger loop, but I can definitely make that. The person did a lot of really nice work.